Hi guys, guess what? That's right, your boy right here is going for president. That's right, it's time to end all of this drama. It's time for a new world to begin, and I'm here to take care of that. Welcome fellow Americans and non-Americans. Today is a great day. A day where the power to rule a country will be given to one of the following presidential candidates: Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and last but not least, SubZero. Yes, you heard that right. I decided to put myself up for presidency. But how can I be a president when I do not even have a castle? I mean, I will get the White House if I become president, but that is only for when I am president. So after my first term, and then of course my second term, I will have to find a new place, which is pretty tough with the current housing market. So to combat that, I decided to build my own castle. You can literally see me bringing in some work myself. I do not like it when people work for me. So instead of hiring contractors, I decided to build the thing myself, which should be okay. I consider myself as a pretty okay builder, so this could actually be part of my campaign. I will rebuild America like I am rebuilding this castle. How about that, Trump? You can't have your wall, but I will build a freaking castle. I wonder what the people like more. That is right, everyone loves castles. At least I will get the votes from all the people who are into LARPing. They can come and visit my castle when I am in the White House and use it to recreate historic and fantasy battles. I will be the king of the nerds, or for all the nerds out there, I will be the lord of the nerds. Okay, I will stop about that. That is just embarrassing. People expect me to be a role model now. I cannot go around playing and talking trash about everything. I will need to repose myself, and let the people see that I'm a respectable presidential candidate. Good lord, that was a mouthful. Now see this red brick wall. This is a wall, Donald. It does not matter if you lose. I will build that wall for you. It just will not be on the border of the United States. It will be on the border of my castle to protect what is rightfully mine. Like my stash of Reese's Pieces. I love myself some Reese's Pieces. I wonder how people do not like those. I mean, it is best of both worlds. You have the sweetness of chocolate, and the savouriness of peanut butter. So let's peek around the perimeters real quick. Maybe I can meet one of my new neighbors. And look at that. How are you doing on this fine day, sir? Well, I am doing just fine, sir. Well, would you look at that? Another neighbor I can greet. This day is going pretty good so far. At this rate, I will have enough people voting for me by at least 2020, which is pretty decent. Then I will at least become president before Donald Trump. Am I right, Donnie? No, not funny. Alright, I will quiet it down then. Seems like Mr. Trump is not up for a quick joke to break the presidential ice. Well, that is okay. We cannot have it all, I guess. But at least we already found some business partners, which is always good when running for presidents. If you have some big names who endorse you, that can only boost your campaign, at least until they publicly revoke their endorsement. Am I right, Donnie? No, still not funny. I am not making friends in this campaign. Well, I bet Hillary is feeling pretty safe. But just wait until I come for you, girl. Now moving on to the first steps of building my personal paradise. You know, that is something where Donald Trump thrives in. Building. He has made an awesome amount of building. Golf courses and etc. You name it. He has built it, or he has let it build, by a contractor. But at least he paid enough money to put his name on the freaking front of the building. That is a lot of money, let me tell you that. I do not see Clinton do that. Maybe because she is not into real estate, because she is the Secretary of State, but that does not matter. She does not have her name on the front of a building, and Donald has. And believe me, if he wins, that White House is gonna become the Trump House with huge golden letters. Now if Clinton was to become president, the White House would get a lot more female employees, because she is playing the feminist card like crazy. Everything she says, or Donald says, will come down to women. Not that this is a bad thing. But I mean, give me a break. I know women do not have it easy in this society, but I also do not have it easy. I mean, I am building a palace, and do you see someone reaching out to help me? No. So Hillary, if you want my vote, send some women over to help me build this thing, because I am breaking my back around here. But it will all be for the greater good. Maybe I can help the homeless with my palace, because like I said, once I am president, I will live in the White House. So when I am in there, maybe some homeless people can stay in the palace. I am such a people's man. Is that how they say that? I am not sure, but I will just go with the flow. Let's see. The castle seems to be coming along nicely. I cannot say that about everyone their house in this neighborhood. They are building really slow. But back to the presidential campaign. I think that if I do not get elected, which I will though, but hypothetically, if Trump were to become president, it would be a complete chaos. It would be like the Purge and the Hunger Games combined, which sounds pretty good to me. But not everyone likes that. Now if Hillary were to be elected, well, let's just say that I'm clearly the best option here. So people, do what is best for the country, and vote sub. It is the best thing that will happen to the United States since the return of the Twinkie. And oh boy do I love me some Twinkies. Golden yellow filled with creamy goodness. I can relate to that guy from Zombieland. The guy that is so in love with Twinkies. I mean, they are simple amazing man. But back to the election. So let's see if I can get into a little bit of the shenanigans. There are a lot of people who are making memes about Trump, about that ferret that he calls his hair, about how his eyes are identical to his mouth. I mean, it really looks like the guy has 3 mouths. That is just undeniable. But then you have the wall, which has clearly been the winner for the meme nation. But on Clinton her side, you have the memes about disappearing emails, and that is basically it. Oh yeah, and that she is sick. People are saying that she cannot rule the country because she will be dead in a year. That is not something you joke about, people. I don't even joke about that stuff. That is one step too far. Take a look at that wall. That might be Donald Trump, his prototype of the wall. How about that? Let's take a peek inside. Maybe there are some secrets inside. The door seems to be closed, but I guess that does not matter. It is a fake door. You could say that it is a trap door. Okay, I thought that would be funny, but it was not. Apparently, you guys are a tough audience. Not as tough as the interior of this building though. What in the world is this? Some kind of oil refinery. This might actually be Trump, his wall then. He loves walls and oil. Those are 2 things he could talk about all day, which he actually does if you have watched the debates. But we will lay that to rest and try to complete our palace, which if you ask me is coming along pretty nicely. It will take some more work, but that will make it even better. It is actually really big though. When I started planning the build of the palace, I did not think that it would become this big. But you know, since it does get this big, I am not going to complain. Size matters, I guess, because let's be honest here, wouldn't you say that a castle as big as this is like way cooler than a small house or anything like that? I'd say so. Do you even see how big this is getting, and how fast this palace is growing? I have not seen any building do that, ever. I mean, if I can build a palace in a day, I should be able to rebuild the whole economy of the US in at least a week. I mean, that should be doable, right? But not only that, I mean, if I were able to do that, that would obviously be huge. But let's take a step back, since we are in the race for presidency. So I mean, I came out of the blue. I just started the campaign today. I am basically more random than Johnson, one of the third-party candidates. But I mean, I am pretty proud of myself for doing this. Like both Trump as well as Clinton have at least some time of experience in politics. Clinton has been Secretary of State for some time now, and her husband has been a president. And Trump already had a failed campaign in 2012. He tried to become president then, but it just did not work out. But fighting against those two, with 1,000% more experience than me to even get this far, is amazing to me. I do not think that many people saw this coming. I did not even see this coming. I just woke up, looked in the newspaper, and thought to myself, I can do whatever these two are doing and probably do it better. So I just decided to try it, and I guess I am succeeding in it. That must be the same way that Trump feels. Every day he wakes up, he must think that he is stuck in some kind of dream. But then he wakes up in his $1 million penthouse in the heart of New York City, and he is basically living the dream. Now Clinton, on the other hand, she has been working towards this for years. She has seen her husband become president. She went into politics herself afterwards. Even when you see how old Hillary is, and that is not trying to be rude, but she is in her 70s, she does not have to do any of this. Not that Trump is young himself, but he is also trying to further exploit his brand. Clinton is just doing this out of love for politics, and what a way that is. If she would become president, she would be the first woman in the White House, and that would mean that her husband, Bill, would become first lady. I mean, not lady, but you get the picture. I bet a lot of people would still be calling him first lady though, just to mess with the guy. I know I would definitely do that. So watch out if I am making any more videos on politics. I will be calling Bill Clinton the first lady of the US of A, and I will watch the Freedom Bird and Old Glory Flapper in the wind while I do so. For the non-Americans around here, The freedom bird is the bald eagle, and Old Glory is the American flag, also known as the Star-Spangled Banner or simply the Stars and Stripes. God, do I love the USA. Now let's move on. If I were to become president, I would not change that much. I would try to bring the USA back to how it used to be, a nation who was leading in science and progress. That is what I hate the most right now. We have almost zero funding in science right now. We used to be the leading nation in science. I mean, we put man on the moon, and now, we are doing absolutely nothing. That is some type of nonsense to me, man, and it gets me really mad. So funding towards science will go up a bunch, and I will also make sure that the Twinkie never leaves again. I cannot live without those yellow sponges. They are just the very best in the whole world, and I remember me getting my first pack of them and I was so super duper happy. I truly cannot express how happy I was. But then I opened the package and took the first one, and let me tell you, it really felt as though I was Superman. Wait a second. Hold the darn Twinkies. Why is this freaking lizard running across my workplace? There are people building here, you green beast. I mean, come on, you can clearly see that people are working here. And by people I mean me. And I am working here. Why does he not understand that? This is not how things work around here. If everyone would just run across every workplace, nothing would work and no one would get stuff done. Wow, that lizard just rattled me up. I might want to work on my little outbursts and rants. I do not think that the people of America would like to see someone who has these spontaneous outbursts on stage. And I am looking at you, Donald. Work on it, my man. So as you can see, my little kingdom is looking pretty alright. If I may say so myself, I kind of feel like Donald Trump right now, building these big and expensive things. But I feel like I am leaving Clinton out of it a lot. That is not what I am supposed to be doing. But I mean, we just do not have that much in common. I mean, she is not building awesome stuff. I am. So basically Trump is my biggest competitor, so that means that I have to eliminate him first, so that I can go head on against Hillary. So Hillary will be the one I will have to beat. By the way, I am also a third-party nominee. I have my own party, just one player, and that is me, baby, all on my own, cruising to victory. But Clinton will not be easy to beat. I mean, she did have pneumonia, but she got back from that. So basically, life is just trying to get her down, but it is not working for one bit. That woman just keeps on swinging. Life be throwing all kinds of curve balls, but she is the best darn hitter in the game. She does not care one bit about all of that, and I mean, that is some kind of persistency, man. I cannot beat that. I am not a great hitter. Life throws me one curveball and baby, I am out. That would be checkmate. Gin and Yahtzee, my friend. We are all done for. Now to move on. I want to change the world with this. Not just the USA. Trump and Clinton are talking about changing the ways in America. I am not buying that. If I am in the Oval Office, you can even put me in a round office or a square office, maybe even a cubicle, but I will not just change the USA. I will try my best to change the world for the better, and I will not be blaming China for all the bad things that are happening to the US. And again, I am looking at you, Mr. Donald. But all kidding aside, people, today, it will not matter if I win, if Donald Trump wins, or if Hillary Clinton wins. It will not be the end of the world. We will make do with what we get, and we will make sure that the next 4 years, we will get together, as people of America. Even the lizards of this country will join us, to be one United States of America. I wish that I could play some kind of soundtrack at all times. Like right now, I would like to put in some heroic music, like the hero I am. Right. That would be great. That would be just a miracle. But I guess it's not time for any hero music yet, because let's be honest here, I'm not really the hero yet because I haven't won the election yet. But let's get to work here and make sure we do actually get elected, shall we? Now let me speak to you, my people, the people of the United States of America. I am looking at all of you, all of the 50 stars on our beautiful flag, even you, Alaska. I am not leaving you out all the way up there. I know you like to get cozy with Canada, but you are also part of us. So I would just like to thank everyone who voted for me, every single one of you. I would like to give some special thanks to SubZero. Yes, to myself for being able to do this, even in such times as these. I am still able to do this. That is just amazing, right? But I will make sure that your vote will not be taken for granted. I will do everything that you expect from me, especially when it comes to keeping the Twinkies of this country safe. But then again, I have some sad news. I will be stepping down as president. I just feel like it would be a lot of work, and I'm not really into that right now. I might decide to come back in 4 years, but until then Clinton or Trump may fill the Oval Office. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you all.